Hey guys, welcome back to the Sim Twins. My name is Brooke, and today we are doing another Plum Tree App video. So my last video got a lot of positive comments, and there were also a lot of people who were asking some questions about how to do the linking of two trees together. And so I wanted to make this video so that I could teach you all how to do that, and when you have different trees, you can link them together properly. So first of all, when you're on the Plum Tree app, you just want to make sure that you are logged in. So you can click account, and I'm already logged in, so it says account settings and log out. So that's all good. And then I will go over to the menu button in the top left hand corner, and I can see all of my different trees. I can also create a new one. So I've already linked up some trees, so I'm going to show you what those linking looks like when you've already got it set up. So on Royal Family Oasis Springs, I have a couple of people linked here, and what you can see is when the Sims are linked together to a different tree, they have this little blue link icon. And if you click on this blue link icon, it will tell you which tree it is linked to. So both Princess Layla and Chieftain Kalino are linked to the Royal Family Sulani tree. So when I click on the Royal Family Sulani, it takes me to the Royal Family Sulani public tree. And so now you can see Chieftain Kalino is here along with Princess Layla and also Empress Nalani, who is Chieftain Kalino's sister. So if you click on that, you can see that she is linked to the Royal Family Shang Simla, and then they are both relinked to the Royal Family Oasis Springs. So if I click on Empress Nalani's Royal Family Shang Simla link, will take us to the Shang Simla thing. But as you see here, Empress Nalani is not relinked back to the Sulani family tree. So the reason for that is because the linking has to go both ways. You have to make sure that you link on each side of the tree. So what you have to do is you have to get this information in show link details. You need both the tree ID and the person ID, and you will want to copy those over. So I'm just going to copy them over into this Google Doc. And so I'm going to make sure that this says Royal Family Shang Simla, so I know which tree we're talking about with this information. And then I will go back to the Royal Family Sulani tree and get Empress Nalani's information from this tree as well. So we have her tree ID and her person ID from the Royal Family Sulani tree. And we're just going to make sure that that says that. And then we're going to go back to the Royal Family Shang Simla, because the one thing that I want to make sure that we do is we add in Emperor Akira to the Royal Family Sulani tree to show that he is married to Empress Nalani. So we're going to copy over her information, and his information, and we are going to make sure that he is under this one, and we're just going to make sure that we say that this is Nalani, because you got to make sure that you know which sim you're talking about. And then we're going to place under here Akira, and then we have that information. And once we have the information that we need for Akira for the Shang Simla tree, we have to create him on the Sulani tree and then get that information for him from the Sulani tree. So I will show you how to do that in just 1 second. It's not that hard. Again, like we did in the last video, what we will do is we will make sure that we can go to our tree for the Royal Family Sulani. Also, just a big note, we have to make sure that whenever we are linking trees, that our trees are public. So you go to Actions up here, click Publish Tree, and you have to make sure that the Is Public little toggle is on to green, because if your tree is not public, you cannot link it to another tree. So both of your trees have to be public when you're making these link connections. So what we're going to do now is we are going to edit and click People in Tree, and then we are going to make sure that we add someone new, and we're going to add Emperor Akira Shang, and he current emperor of Shang Simla. And Shang Simla, if you don't know, is from The Sims 3 World Adventures. I loved that game pack. It was so awesome. Going and seeing the pyramids and going to an Asian-inspired world was just really awesome. So I really liked that. And we're going to just create that person, and then we'll go back to our tree, and we will just make sure that when we edit Empress Nalani's node, we're going to set her partner. Her husband is Emperor Akira. So now we have Emperor Akira. We're going to just make sure that we click save, and then we'll close this out. And now we can see that Emperor Akira is here. And now we have his link details for specifically the royal family Sulani tree, which is what we needed. So we will go back and copy this over into our information, and we'll make sure that we know that this is for Akira. And now we have all of the information we need to make those linkages. So now what we will do is we will go and we will click edit once more, people in tree. And then when you look at the person that you want to link, you go down to Emperor Akira Shang. So now we will go and click the link button, and now you can see you have this information. It says link person. If this person is also in another tree elsewhere, you can link the two trees via this person. You'll need the tree ID and the ID of the person you want to link to and from that tree. So this is they're going to be linked back to the royal family Shang Simla. And now we need the tree ID. So this is the tree ID for the royal family Shang Simla. We'll just copy that over and put it here. And then we need the person ID. And this is for Akira. So we have his person ID here. And we'll click that. And then we just click link person. And then we will see the link is here. So that is awesome. So now we have him linked to the royal family Shang Simla. And so now what we will do is we will go back to the tree people. We'll go back to our tree, and we can see now that we are properly linked up to the royal family Shang Simla. But the royal family Shang Simla does not have any links. And that is again what I said before. The linkages have to go both ways. So now we have to go over to the royal family Shang Simla's tree. We have to go in and edit the people in the tree. Well, first of all, we got to make sure what is going on here. So we're going to set the node partner married to Empress Nalani Shang. Let's remove the partner and then add them again to see if this will fix our issue. So it looks like for some reason Nalani was deleted from our tree. So that's really weird. So we're going to have to make sure that we fix that so that we can see why she's not in the tree anymore. So we will go to people in tree, and we see that she is actually gone. So this information for Nilani, specifically for royal family Shang Simla, is not right. The only thing that is right is the tree ID, but the person ID is wrong because she was deleted from this tree for some reason. So now we are going to add her back in, because that's really weird that she got deleted from this tree. And we'll just say the current Empress of Shang Simla. And so now that we have that, we can create the person. And so now she is in our tree, so that's great. So now we're going to go back to Emperor Akira and add his wife back in. So he is married to Nalani. So now we are going to save that, and we are going to close this out. And now we can see that we have Empress Nalani properly. And then also you can make sure that you can put her as the biological mother of her children. So I had a little bit of a glitch. Apologies for that, but let's go back to the royal family Shang Simla. So anyway, like I said, we have Empress Nalani's information here. The tree ID is the same, but the person ID is different. So we'll just go back into our document and we'll put in our person ID again to make sure that we have the correct one. And now what we will do is we will close this out and we will go into edit people in the tree again. We need to link in Emperor Akira, so we will press link here, and we will do royal family Sulani because he needs to be on that tree. We will put in the tree ID for the royal family Sulani, which is this one. Plop it in there. The person ID for Akira on that tree is this one, so we'll plop that in there. We'll link that person. Now we have that link. That's great. So now what we will do is we will go back to the tree people, and then we will go and do Empress Nalani, and we will link her back to the royal family Sulani as well. And then we will get the link again for the tree ID for the royal family Sulani's tree, and her person ID over on that tree is this one. And then we'll link this person, and we'll see the link showing up here. So now we can go back to our tree and we can see that we are both linked to the royal family Sulani like we want to. And if we click on that, we are correctly on the royal family Sulani. And now we have Empress Nalani Shang, and we have it linked up to, and this link is broken because of other things. So we will make sure that we fix this really quick. So we're going to go back to the royal family Shang Simla, and in the we'll go back to the royal family Sulani to fix this up. So we're just going to edit here, people in tree. We're going to delete this node because we're going to just like fix this up, and then we'll add in the node again, and then we're going to look at our people in our tree. We are going to make sure that we don't have two Nalani Shangs. We're actually going to delete out both of them because we want to make sure that these are all correct. So now we're going to go back into edit, people in the tree, and we're going to add in Empress Nalani again. So we just have a new Nalani Shang here, and then we're going to create her again. And then what we will need to do is we will need to go here into this node, make sure that we set this node person one more time, and this node person will be Empress Nalani. We will save that. Her partner is Emperor Akira. Just make sure that you click save when you do all this stuff down here. And then when we go back to the tree, we can see now that this is proper. And we have his link still for the royal family Shang Simla, but we need to get her link. So we're going to get the information one more for Nalani because it did change because we had to delete her again. So this is her information for the royal family Sulani. We will make sure that that is all correct. We will go to people in tree. Go down to Empress Nalani. We'll click the link button. We will put Royal Family's Shang Simla is the tree that she's going to be linked to. Then we're going to put in that tree ID for the Shang Simla one here. And then her person ID for the Royal Family Shang Simla is there. We're linking that. That should be all good. And then we can go back to the tree people. We can go back to our tree, and we can now see that we have these two links, Royal Family Shang Simla. So if we click on that, we get to this. And so again, like I said, we had some issues with this tree. So we're going to have to go back and fix the Royal Family Shang Simla's tree with the new information that we have from the Royal Family Sulani tree. So we'll make sure that we go to here. We have to make sure that our tree is public. It is public. So now we're just going to go and edit the people in the tree. And we are going to make sure that these links are correct. So we'll delete this link out just so we can make sure that this is not causing any issues. Royal Family Sulani is going to be what we want to link to. We have the tree ID for the Sulani tree. We have the person ID, and we will link this person, and that should be good. We just linked Empress Nalani. Now we will link in Emperor Akira. We're going to delete his link from here one more time just to make sure that everything is correct. Royal Family Sulani, tree ID is this one, and then the person ID is this one. And so that's great. We'll link that person. Okay, so now we have the Royal Family Sulani link. We're back to our tree, and now we can see that we have these two linked. And so we want to save our tree. We want to publish our tree. We want to save those settings to make sure that the tree is published. And then we can click on preview, so we will see what it looks like as a preview. And so now we have Emperor Akira, who is linked to the Royal Family Sulani, and his wife, Empress Nalani, who is also linked to the Royal Family Sulani. And then we go here, and we are now on the Royal Family Sulani's tree, and we can see that it's not showing up, but I think the issue might be because we didn't save the tree. So we're going to go back to the Royal Family Sulani one last time. Make sure you click on that save button. Make sure you click on that, oh, don't delete your tree. Make sure you click on that publish tree, save the settings for the tree to be published, and then preview the tree, and then now everything should be linked up properly. And now we can toggle back and forth between the Royal Family Sulani and the Royal Family Shang Simla. And there you go. That's all you have to do. Again, like I said, the issue that I was having previously was that we just didn't click the save button. And so make sure that, like I said, go up to actions, click save tree, then go to publish tree, make sure that your tree is public, save those settings. And if you want to make sure that everything is correct, just click this preview toggle on, and then you can see what it will look like when you're not in edit mode. And that is all you have to do. Thank you all very much for being interested in this app. This app is such a cool app. I really enjoyed it. It makes it so easy to create these dynamic family trees. You can add in all of these links to all different trees if you want to. That is totally optional, but it really builds in a lot of depth to your trees. And if you had a tree that you created and then there was someone else in the Sims community that you used some of the characters from their trees, you could totally ask them to make their tree public, and then you can link between those two trees. And so you can have links between trees that don't belong to you, which is really awesome as well. So there can be a lot of collaborative gameplay efforts in this, and I really like that a lot. But anyway, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, you turn on those notifications so you know every time we post a new video, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, y'all.